Can men and women be just friends? Here's what I got to say about this. Listen up. Kids, cadets, and everything in between. Dudes, dudettes, and everything in between. If you can't be a friend with an individual because of their gender identity, then you're an idiot. If you can't be friends with an individual because of their sex, then you are an idiot. And you are insecure. Oh, actually, you know what? Take it back. You're not an idiot, but you are severely either weird or insecure. Because the problem is, 100%, a hundo p, you can be friends with someone of the opposite gender. Alright? It's very simple. You don't have to have an attraction to a person to be their friend. Just like you can be a friend with a dude, if you're a dude. I'm homies with some girls, yeah. Just because we coolin' for real. My best friend in the entire world is a female. We're just friends. And we have been like that for 5 years now. There's no attraction there. The reason is, it's really telling when you say you can't be friends. Because it says that you are just weird and think all women or all men are like only sexual advances for you. They're only things for you to have a sexual advance toward. It's more treating the other individual as an object. You see them only as sexual and cannot see them as a normal human being. Once you see them as a normal human being, then you can be a friend. There's no attraction needed to be there too, because you can talk to someone and just be like, yo, I'm into what you're into. We're cool. We're friends. Just like you can do that with the same gendered people as you. If you automatically see every woman you meet and have an attraction, that's a problem. You need to seek help for that. That means you have a bigger issue. You can't see people as people. It's also insecurity, because you don't believe that you can't be friends with someone without having an attraction towards them, which is a strange thing overall. And you have to learn to get out of that mindset, because that mindset is very destructive to your personality as an individual, because that means you only talk to dudes or only talk to girls, and you can't go to the you're unable to see the other side of things. It also means you're unable to see from the other side of how people are experiencing the world.
In a relationship?
I don't give a if she was a homie. But if she stole my money, yeah, that affects my life.
Yo, these fits go fucking crazy for no reason. Why are they all have crazy ass fits? Even her, I like her fit as well. It's just, God.
Men and women cannot just be friends. 3, 2, 1.
Cannot just be friends.
He's still deciding, but I'll go ahead.
There's always this underlying current to a man and a woman when they're just friends, because there's this sexual.
That's just you. That's just a you problem, though. That normal people that are normal aren't always horny. They don't always want to fuck someone that they know.
Attraction, this energy that you can't even see it. It's always flowing. And men, as you know, you guys are conquerors. You want a conquest. You want to even.
And that's not true. That's not necessarily true either. Now, okay, I'm going to say here now, I'm non-binary. I'm speaking from an outside perspective. But my sex is male, and I'm still able to have female friends. From that perspective, I'm able to understand. My gender, different expression. It is technically kind of an outside. That fucking necklace goes crazy. Yo, this girl is going. Her fit just is going dummy mode. You guys are conquerors. Who is you guys? No, that's the craziest part, because it's like, I hear that all the time. You're a conqueror. You have to have something. It's like, that's just not true. You do realize that not every dude was the king in the past. There were peasants that just lived their life. Yeah, some dudes and some girls were kings and queens. But there were also the peasants, the slaves. maybe they wanted better in their life, but some of them were just chilling.
Even if it's a friend, sometimes that develops into more simply because law of familiarity, you start getting close and comfortable, and maybe you weren't attracted to her initially, but that opposition.
That's called or like building a relationship. Like that happens only if there was some attraction there. If there's no attraction to an individual, like absolutely none. Sorry, I'm checking my phone. Then it's not going to develop. If neither of you are attracted at all, then that's not going to develop. That means there is something, a part of you that builds an attraction for them, some form of attraction that builds for them. Like if I saw someone I knew as like ugly, you know, I wasn't attracted to them at all. Like ugly, not like maybe their personality, but I didn't like the way they looked. You know, they didn't have that. I didn't have that attraction for them, and I built a friendship off of that. It wouldn't turn into like, oh, this has to be more. Hold on, I'm texting my friend. I'm texting my friend. She'll probably be able to tell what we're talking about.
Of that sexual polarity always kicks in.
What if the
It
man is like
doesn't.
not attracted to women, just like generally? Do you think that's still
You mean if they take a different
like a gay man and
sexual orientation
and a woman being friends?
Well, I think that's different, perhaps because they're attracted to men. So in that moment, they have taken on the feminine energy.
So they only want to conquer the men,
They have taken on the feminine energy. Oh God.
not the women.
Well, in that, there's always masculine and feminine energy, whether you're a man or woman. So if the man is gay and identifies as being attracted to men, then he.
I don't think there's I hate this fucking TikTok girl talk, fucking masculine and feminine energy bullshit. I always see this dumb shit. It's so dumb. Okay, calming down. So when I hear something like that, it's not masculine and feminine energy. There are just people that are more dominant, say in a relationship. They take on more of a, like there are people that like being more dominant and submissive in relationships, and there are also people who like to play equal roles. It's not as popular, but it still happens. That's not just masculine and feminine energy. That has nothing to do with that. That's just how people sometimes work. Somebody has a stronger, more powerful personality than the other person, and they're able to easily go off each other. Like I would say, let's say with me and my friend Brett, I would say because I'm more intelligent, I take on a very dominant role in our friendship. I'm able to make decisions. I'm able to have conversations and run those conversations, like start them up and then keep them going. But I would say with me and like my friend Frank, he's much more like adult than me. I would say, and much more together himself than me. So when it comes to like making important decisions, I go to him for help with that because he understands the world, like a lot of the world, and in better ways than even I do for some things. And he has a lot of the same beliefs as me, so it makes it easier to go to him. So I would say he plays a more dominant role, and he in our relationship, it's not masculine and feminine energy. It's just dominant and more submissive roles.
He's in a feminine energy, mostly. Now, if there's two of them, there's one that's more masculine and more feminine, but that's for another.
Two of my best friends are women. We have great times together all the time. Not once have I considered sleeping with them or anything like that.
Ever?
No. But that's the thing is, though,
In
that's
their
why.
darkest hour, in your darkest hour, come on.
No.
Because you started off.
Because we started off as friends, and this is like I said, I was
of-
never attracted to them.
A lot of relationships start like that today, even though I discourage it. They say, I'm not attracted to them, but it'll grow. And I'm always like, it can happen.
It can, but
But the odds of it, so I agree with you on that as well.
yeah, that's why I'm like, I do
Slim to
understand
none.
and I get it, but like two of my best friends are women, and not once. Everyone keeps saying like, oh, you're gonna do, and I'm like, it's not, because
You
the
never
attraction
know.
was never
Life
there.
is a long time.
Are your friends attractive?
Yes.
Like they look good.
But attractive is subjective.
But hold on,
It
like
does-
just like generally speaking, like your
Yes.
girls like look good, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you was just lonely, like it's been a moment, you didn't want to.
See, that's the problem though. You're thinking like, oh, I'm lonely, I'm sad, so I'm gonna become attracted to your friend. I've been streaming for 3 hours. That's crazy. But the problem is you're taking that and you're being like, oh, so I'd have to be attracted to the nearest person to me, my friend. If that's just your friend, like truly just your friend, I don't think that attraction would, would come to you unless you had an attraction before there.
Beat it. You know what I mean? Or like,
There's a special exemption. I'm non-monogamous, so I never have to worry about intimacy.
Well, that's why.
Wait, so you getting played. So you ain't worried about you, man.
He's like getting it, so he doesn't need it. But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if you was lonely, you wasn't getting it though, and your friend was throwing it at you.
Sorry, I'm back. I was changing my alarm. You missed just like 5-10 minutes of me yapping.
Different situation. That's what I'm saying.
That's
I know I'm
you
an
belong
outlier.
over here.
Come to the dark side.
If he's not attracted, if we're not attracted,
Yeah,
it's just friends.
It's just friends. Yeah.
I'm definitely attracted to this girl. God, you missed all the yapping. Now you're gonna see me simping for this girl. Bro, her fit's so fire.
As a straight, very monogamous man, I grew up mainly being friends with women. I felt more comfortable in those spaces. I felt more comfortable talking to women. I've never been like a bro, rah, 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 that type of thing. So I think men and women absolutely can be. I have friends that I've had since elementary school, middle school. We talk very often and we talk about all these things, and it has never affected that aspect of the relationship because we're men and women. We're just people, and people can be friends. It's not.
Completely agree.
Yeah.
So my perspective is from kind of a Christian.
Oh, he's about to. Christian? Oh, you absolute. No. Oh my God, his shirt. His shirt. His shirt. Oh. Oh. Oh fuck. He's. Give me a second. Give me. I gotta get some more tea for this. I gotta get some more tea for this tea. Give me like 2 seconds. 2 seconds. His shirt, the Save Our Children shirt. Nah, he's about to go crazy. Hold on, I grabbed the whole picture. We're gonna need it.
Christian worldview. I believe that God created man and woman to come together in love and attraction, to be one. And so from that standpoint, I believe that there is just a natural attraction.
If God, even from the Christian perspective, I'm gonna say this: if God created men and women to come together and be loved, which this guy's definitely very homophobic, so he doesn't see the gay thing as even like a thing. But if God created men and women to come together, that doesn't just mean that they like are automatically attracted to each other. Like God from my Christian years, God never said, "Oh, you can't be friends. You must only procreate." Right? Like He created us of each other, and dudes can be friends, and yet we're still of each other. So women are still people that God created, right? To be just people. Everyone has who they need to be with and have kids with in God's image, but they are also allowed to free will to live their life. Like God said, you have the free will. You ate the apple, you have free will. You just lose eternal life, which means you can do what you wish, except for, some rules here and there. But they can still be friends. That's not a rule against. There's no rule against it. In fact, you're supposed to have a wife in Christianity. Just because you have a wife doesn't mean you can't have friends as well.
Attraction. I have had some extremely close friends that were girls, and that attraction just developed because it wasn't just physical.
Sorry, I was drinking my tea. That's a you thing, though. That's just you being horny or having an attraction for them at first and becoming friends on the basis of attraction instead of just meeting someone and being like, oh, this is a cool person.
Physical, but it was love. It was getting to see how they were around their family, around kids, what they do for work, what they do for school, developing that relationship. So from my perspective,
bro, even her shoes go hard as fuck.
That attraction develops because I wasn't just looking at her from just, she's just a body. Yeah, she's just a piece of meat. Yeah. You develop that emotional attraction,
which is why I'm over here. Yes, joining this dark. Can you not?
I fucking, God, she look.
I would ask.
Because I completely agree with you on that. From the same Christian standpoint, 100.
No, not just because of the Christian.
Wait, hold up. Have you been sleeping all right? I haven't, which is why I'm so glad that I found Nero. Even with your fake gut feeling.
It's crazy. I'm about to skip your ad.
Which be sure to.
I would date someone I do not find physically attractive.
See, and this is the important question. If you don't find them physically attractive, and you wouldn't date someone that you don't find physically attractive, yet you're still your friend, how would that attraction develop if you're not going to date someone you don't find physically attractive? How would you end up dating them? You can't.
Attractive.
Oh.
3, 2, 1.
Ah, man. Like, you want to say something first?
I mean, I don't know about this take, but it's like, if you're dating someone and they seem a little too close with their male or female friend, then it's like, it depends. Like, okay. Me and Alicia have known each other, me and Alicia have known each other for 5 years. We're pretty close. Like, she's my best friend in the entire world. We talk every single day. Every day, for the most part. And if she got with someone, then I would still want to talk to her every single day. But I can understand not talking sometimes, you know? It makes sense. Now, let's have a deeper relationship. Someone that's met a man and woman that are both straight, knowing each other since childhood, since first grade. Those are essentially brother and sister at that point. You know? So they'll talk, and they talk all the time. They're that close. So much so that they both, went through the same things growing up. They are, to the point where it's like brother and sister, they're repulsed by each other. Like, they call each other ugly for fun because it's like a brother-sister relationship because they're that close, you know? If another guy comes and say the girl's relationship and they start dating and he's like, oh, why are you so close with this dude? And she's like, oh, I've known this guy since I was in first grade. Then he has nothing to say about that. And the vice versa as well. There's nothing to say. Say they've known each other for 3 months though, and they're talking every day. Then it's like, okay, there might be something there. You know, it's not a crazy take to be like, oh, if they seem a bit too close and they've known each other for not that long, but they're still pretty good friends. It's like, yeah, but you have no say in their friendships, obviously. As an individual, you can't be like, oh no, this friendship's a bit weird. Now you can be like, oh, you guys spend a lot of time together. It seems like you're just you're not paying attention to me at all. You can bring up those concerns. They are valid concerns at points, but there's also, it depends on the situation,
I do it all the time because there's a lot you don't, just from the physicalness, it's like sometimes there's some people that I learned just by not going in based off physical attractionness, I end up being attracted to them just because.
And then there's the people over here that are like, oh, they can't be friends. But yeah, it's also the thing of if you bring it up, they just think you're insecure, which is, it is sort of an insecurity. That's true that it's insecure in a way, but it's also understanding how their relationship is, getting them to talk about their relationship, that relationship with that individual, being like, oh, this is how long we've known each other, this is how things have gone for a long time, and understanding that before you say anything, Now if it's like, oh, they've known each other for 2 weeks, they've been talking every night, it's like, okay, at that point you gotta be like, nah, this seems a bit strange, I just want to know if there anything going on. And maybe you sound a bit insecure, but you are watching out for yourself at that point. You have to understand your own boundaries. And it's not at that point, it's not policing the friendships. It's trying to make sure that everything's still on the same page. And this is not even for a new relationship, because if it's a new relationship, 2 months in, then, and they're talking to someone also that they've been talking to for say 3 weeks or something, then it's like you shouldn't worry about it as much. But say you've been dating for a year and they're talking to someone they've known for 2 months and that's their new best friend, then it's I've known you longer than they've known you. This is a bit strange,
Because of their personality and looks can be deceiving. I could say the same on the opposite end, where I thought someone was absolutely attractive, but then I got to know them and they were the worst person I could have possibly been on a date with.
I feel like you can definitely not be attracted to somebody initially, and then as you get
yeah.
I feel like 100%. At that point, once I like someone's personality romantically, I probably also think they're attractive.
I would say that for some, it's not a reflection on your character, how weighted appearance versus personality might be.
God, I love her look. Oh my God.
Differs from person to person. I think that we have our preferences.
And her tattoos are fire. Oh, I'm simping.
And I think that a certain element
Boys, we simping today. I don't care.
of physical attractiveness is fitness, health, hygiene, and that reflects on usually competence, responsibility, and dedication. But I do.
Brother, look at her. Don't say yo. Don't say yo. Look at it. Look at the fit. Look at the tats. Even the hair goes crazy. Do not yo me, alright?
See it as important, although not a.
Look at that fucking necklace. It's like, it's supposed to look like blood. That shit's fire. I want that.
The whole package by any means.
Right. It's.
Look at her skirt. Look at it. Even the shoes go dummy.
The very first impression you get of most people.
Yes.
Because, like, you meet someone and you can't
I don't like this lady, and I don't know why I don't like this lady, but I do not like this lady.
hear their voice first thing most of the time. You just see them. And you're like, oh, that person's attractive. Or like, I don't see myself with that person because I don't find them attractive.
I know, I realize why I don't like her. It's because I can tell that she's probably one of those people that put on a facade, and then they say the most abhorrent shit ever. Or maybe it's just because she looks mean. I don't like people that look mean, but probably because I look mean.
And that's totally fine. Not everybody's attracted to everybody. But me personally, I would not be with someone I don't find attractive.
So I gotta give context here, right? If I'm meeting you in person and you don't look good, then I'm over there with y'all. But if I'm meeting you through a dating app and I get catfished, but you're kind of cool, right? Yeah. then, cause I met a girl that had nice pictures. But then when I seen her in person, she was a little bit bigger than I prefer, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, right?
Well, everyone can have nice pictures today.
Yeah. Now, there's nothing wrong with being a bit bigger, but for preference sake, I wasn't really feeling it. But her personality is what got me. And then I started entertaining it. So, right, even though I got catfished, I actually considered, taking her seriously.
And I also date, like, sometimes I really try this because it's led to some great people I've got to meet along the way. I will date outside of my preferences just to see what that's like.
If you're not initially attracted to that person and have a strong sexual attraction, then it's not going to work because we know that relationships.
Would I actually, I didn't answer the question myself. Would I date someone I don't find physically attractive? Yes. I have talked to people I don't find physically attractive all the time. All the fucking time. Okay. I know. Fat phobia. But I don't like bigger girls. Ugh. And I'm not talking like, I like my girls a bit chunky, alright? A little bit of curvature to them. But I don't just like big girls. Like big girls. You know what I'm saying? Which, some people find a bit harsh. But it's like, that's just not my preference, Like, maybe it's sort of it's too much to handle for me type of thing, Like I can't take, that seems like a lot of work to put in. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But, I also, like, this girl over here with this fit on, absolutely my type. 100p. Like, not just the, like, I think she's genuine, like, not the red dress, but the other girl. Absolutely. These two on the end, or specifically this girl, other than the Christian thing, absolutely my type. Wasn't there, but like, this girl, the red dress, she's older, definitely not my type. But say she was like a really nice person. I haven't heard the phrase 100p in a long ass time. In the red dress, I would never date someone like her, normally. But say she had a really nice personality, I think I could date someone like her. Like, I've dated people I'm not initially attracted to. I've even dated, like, I've even talked to, like, bigger girls that I wasn't initially attracted to, maybe because they were a bit bigger, and yet I still love their personality. I'm like, yo, this person's great. I think personality is a big thing. And also, I do kind of believe in the whole, if you see someone's personality is attractive, like, sort of the inside makes the outside look better. I do think that's kind of true, but I don't think that's the whole thing. Also, the reason I was saying this is because I want to disagree with her that if you're not feeling a strong sexual attraction at first, then immediately that won't like work out as a thing, because I don't believe that's true at all. I think meeting people and getting to know them is a very important thing. I also know people that I've been like attracted to that turn into just friends as well. So it's not even like their personality can make them more friends than it can like relationship.
Get worse, not better. That's like, I don't know, I think it's a recipe for a disaster.
Cheating is the worst thing my partner could do to me.
A hundo P. If you're not in if you're a completely monogamous relationship, now this is from the standpoint of a normal monogamous relationship, and you cheat, that is a terrible thing to do. Now, open relationship, it's not cheating, so it doesn't really count, and it shouldn't really matter. I mean, the thing is, if you are only with them because they look good, then it's gonna get messy when y'all get older. No, obviously. Like, I wouldn't if I was still with, if you're still with a person just because they look good, then, and you don't realize that they have like a shit personality, y'all are gonna get annoyed as shit. You're like, damn, fat ass, but like, she chews her food really loudly, and like, that's something you like, the chewing food thing like irritates the shit out of you. Eventually that chewing food thing's gonna be better than the ass, and then you're gonna get annoyed and you're gonna be done for. Like, come on. But what was I saying before? I don't know, I saw this guy's shirt and it pissed me off again.
3.
God, I fucking hate people. It's like, wear your heart on your sleeve, but like, that's not the heart you want to have.
2, 1.
I feel like there's like probably worse things like in theory that a partner could do to their partner, but just because that's such an important aspect for me, and like I feel like my partner.
Yeah, monogamous relationship, and your partner cheats on you. Like, you both came in with the boundary, I do not wish to be with anyone else, and you with someone else, obviously, worst thing.
In the past, I've like been very aware that was like something that I
am really just I've been mostly monogamous. I have seen I have considered like being in like I guess polygamy, or not polygamy, polyamory, trying it out. I just don't know about it. It just seems, I don't know. It just seems like a lot of work to handle more than one person, I have a problem with energy, or not energy, but like my people energy, and I can only use so much of it.
I actively would not do. I feel like that would just that adds like an extra element of evil.
Yeah, my mind goes to marriage. I mean,
he's about to say some Christian shit. Oh, it's adultery, God should smite you.
When you marry this woman, when I marry a woman someday, you promise literally everything you have to be with her, literally thick and thin, to be with her through everything, through highs and lows. And I mean, if you do something like cheating, it's basically like, screw this love, this wasn't real, these promises that I made between us and God mean nothing.
Yeah, it's breaking a boundary that you set up the moment you decided to get into a monogamous relationship. I would like to have a monogamous relationship. Censor, that just kind of sounds like you're just saying that you're lonely. Like, that sentence alone just makes me think that you're lonely. I would like to have a monogamous relationship, please. Absolutely. Brother, you got it, bro. You got it. You'll get there, bro. You'll get there. Amen. You know Spanish, and that's the first step. That's the first step. Knowing Spanish. No, I'm joking. But yeah, you'll get there, bro. It's not you're still young. You got plenty of time. I would say I'm a late bloomer because I focused all throughout high school on academics, but I didn't have my first girlfriend until 19. So, and I turned, and that was this year. So, well, technically 18, because I started when I was 18. But like, my first like kind of long-term relationship was when I was 19.
I think for a lot of Christians, that's like a big thing, is cheating. I mean,
100%, and it's one of the 10 Commandments too. It's like,
oh my God,
not commit adultery.
Yeah.
So that is definitely the worst thing, because getting married is a promise between you and that person and God.
I want to say so much specifically about this, but I'm going to stay away from the religion aspect. I'm going to.
I mean, technically, there's worse things, like they could kill you, which would probably.
I love her. She's awesome.
Be the worst thing because then like you're not even in the picture.
You belong over here.
So I'm kind of like, you know, but I would say that would like destroy me and I would never even think about something like that.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I was actually cheated on a few, like 4 or 5 months ago. I struggled with self-esteem so much growing up, and that was the worst thing that could have happened. That destroyed any chance I had at self-love at that time, and it was just devastating for me. Like, it really was just devastating, because it didn't just destroy that relationship, it destroyed my entire image of myself that I had built up based on other people's validation, and I had to rip it down to the studs and just fully.
Yo, my friends were over a few days and I got so many compliments. Like, my friends from high school, I haven't seen them in like 2 years. They were like, damn, you're looking good. I was like, thank you.
Start over.
Ooh, Sin, you want to see one of my TikToks? One of my tiki-takis from me working out. I don't show my face in them, but I do. Sure. Dub. My boy. Let's go. Which? Do any of these have progress pictures? What's up? What's up, gamers? We're back and I'm working out. Yeah, I'm getting fit and I'm getting big. W views? So, yes, sir. Yeah, today was, basically, and, this week I also... What's up, gamers? Karma is crazy is... What's up, gamers? It's another beautiful day, and today we've got... That's all I did. Games, and, fuck. Hold on. I'll give you a... I know there's another one that I might have that has a progress picture in it. I'm just trying to find the one with a progress picture. Hair goes crazy in a good way. Oh yeah, I always keep my hair, hold on. Both base. My mom joined me there. See you. Welcome. And her a video. I record cut it times each time. Why I'm doing so much of it in video. That's why I'm recording. Okay, I found it. Heard the changes. Card. Okay. Oop. Alright, I found it. This is an unposted one. So you're getting a sneak peek at an unposted one. All these from, I basically record a video, cut it down, and then voice over it, which is why I'm doing so much. I'm a very skinny individual. Ah, shit. I'm doing so much. I then took a picture of myself without... I'm starting to look good. W physique a video. I recorded my progress, and I think I'm doing pretty good. I even did my back with my back knee. I have really bad back knee. Alright, back to the video. I'm actually been feeling really good about myself. It's been pretty cool. I'm not in as much pain as I was before. My plan is to look like Kratos by the end of this year. Nah, bro's trying to look like the god of war. You got it, bro. I believe in you. I just want to look like Moist Critical. Have you seen, like, how fit Moist... I want to look like that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm over here.
Today's actually my break day from working out, because I worked out, like, a week in a row. So, I am super fucking sore, so I'm taking a break today. And then tomorrow, I'll post a TikTok tonight, a TikTok in the morning, and then I'll work out tomorrow as well.
For me personally, it was the worst thing that could have happened.
Cheating is f***ed up. It's not a good feeling. Is it the worst thing that a partner could do to me? To be honest, I've outgrown that. Bro, I had over $250,000 stolen from me this year, bro. That put me in a dark-ass place. Now,
Yo.
Imagine if my partner stole that money from me, or she was just a homie. I'd be more mad about the money. You feel me, right?
I don't have that money to be stolen.
You know what I mean?
So you're saying you care more about money than a relationship?
But because at the end of the day, me and my ex, we ain't together no more, so I don't give a fuck if she was a homie. If she was, right? But if she stole my money, yeah, that'll fix my life. You know what I mean, right? So my whole thing is, when we talking about the prom, is cheating the worst thing that the partner could do for me? I've been cheated on before. The first time I was cheated on, bro, I was petty. I was in high school, bro. I drove all the way to the crib and told her mom what she was doing with me. You know what I mean, right? Yeah, I was vengeful. But now I just be like, you know, so many people do it. There's worse things that they have. Like, if you kill my mom, I'd be more mad rather than you fucking a homie.
The sanctity of marriage is supposed to be till death do us part. That doesn't mean if your carnal flesh gave in and you had...
Your carnal flesh. This girl talks like an insane person. I don't like her, dude. I don't like her. Oh, Sin, I know you used... I don't know if you use FL Studio. You gotta, like... I need to... Either you or James. I need your guys' help with it. Oh, James never gave me the, invited me to the VC. I want to join the VC one day. But, anyways, not important right now. This girl, like, giving into your carnal desire is a strange thing to say because that just means you kind of weak on God. Like, you're kind of a bitch. Like, you were having sex with your partner, or even in a case where you're not, and you couldn't just be with your partner, you had to do it with someone else. You can't... That's kind of bitch made, oh God. Like, that's kind of weak. Like, really? That you just one time, that someone was around you one time and you couldn't be like, damn, I'm attracted to this person, but I'm dating someone. Or when you're dating someone, like, this shouldn't be a thing that you're thinking about. Like, having sex with a ton of other people, that means you got another issue to solve.
You know, an indiscretion that you're able to hit the door running. No, that means there's work to be done. We have problems. For me, I think it actually can be the best thing because it's a sign that there is a huge problem in the relationship that needs fixed. Most sex is not
even in the relationship. It's a problem with you as an individual. It's not a problem in the relationship necessarily. Like, maybe there is an issue in the relationship, but I don't think that's the cause of the cheating. You with yourself have a problem, and you took it. And you did that, and you went and cheated instead of trying to solve the problem first. Like, that's it, completely on you. Alright, I'm gonna dip after this video. Alright, I'm actually gonna dip after this video, so.
not emotional. So it's just a bodily act that animals do, and you're going to blow up a marriage or a relationship with children over sex. To me, I think that is ridiculous.
With sex,
you could say that about the person doing the cheating too.
I've been cheated on, so I have been cheated on.
Well, so you think that's something you could like, oh, you have gotten over it?
I have gotten over it. If my husband cheats on me, of course I'd be devastated. I'm human, I bleed just like all y'all too, but I'd be like, damn, like, what's the problem here? What's the issue?
See, but that's,
and can we solve this?
Why don't you just talk? Like,
Well,
if you guys are married and you have that emotional
I feel like there's things before that
happen though. We know that people don't.
I think we should work to changing that.
We should, but that doesn't mean
accepting.
I'm going to unconditionally love you just because you went and had an indiscretion. I wouldn't do that to my son. My son F's up all the time and does crazy shit. I'm like, where on God's green earth did you learn that? That doesn't mean I stop loving him.
For men, I feel like we take cheating a lot more personally as opposed to women. It comes to the ego.
People's boundaries are all different. So if, you know, you have perhaps been with no
Her fit's so fucking hard, dude.
or less partners and then you get married, to learn that that person cheated would be proportionally much more devastating to someone who's had maybe a lot of relationship experience and therefore that's more of an active part in their life. So I think that everyone's boundaries are different. So for some people, I have seen them get over it. I know for me personally, I would say that I'm a woman that would take that devastatingly seriously and would not look lightly at it. So it depends on the person's boundaries.
You had children, and if you had a family involved, you would break up.
Listen. It goes dummy. It looks so good on her. I can't. Bro, you know how like grandparents say, "I want to eat you up." I would want to say to her, "I want to eat you up," but like in a not like a weird. Actually, it does sound kind of weird. Ah, fuck it. I don't care. Either way.
Your family.
Either way, it does not matter to me.
For a man's one-time indiscretion,
Yes.
That would adversely affect your child and possibly send her to the stripper pole.
I don't feel comfortable answering that question because I feel like it's making a lot of.
That feels like
what
an
happens.
escalation.
This is
But
what
I
happens.
feel like that
We don't
that
want to
just
answer
shows
those questions, but
that shows
I
an
was
example onto
Hold on,
the
I
kids.
didn't. I was
like,
paying attention to her
if you
too
had
much.
children
and I
and if you had
was
a family involved, you would break up your family over a man's one-time indiscretion.
Yes.
That would.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. I know it's not healthy. It's not as healthy for broken up parents. But like you did that. You didn't try to solve an issue. You didn't try to do something more. That's completely on you. And if a person chooses to break up with you, that's absolutely valid, I think. Like, you fucked up. You fucked up. You broke a trust, a boundary, something that was the one. Every monogamous relationship has one rule: no cheating, right? I mean, it may have made some boundaries here and there, but some of those, they're a bit wavy. Sometimes the boundary or some of the rules that your partner has, like say, oh, they don't want you going. They don't want you out at a certain past time, and it's like, oh, I'm out with the friends, it doesn't matter. Like it's a boundary. Some people said they want you certain places, which is a bit controlling, but it's still a boundary. But cheating, when I'm in a monogamous relationship, that's the rule. That's the one thing, that's the one thing that like you saw another person was like, oh, that person's better than just being with my partner. I'm gonna go fuck them instead, Like, you're in a monogamous relationship, and you broke monogamy. Like, you broke the monogamy.
Adversely affect your child and possibly send her to the stripper pole.
I don't feel comfortable.
What? I didn't hear her whole statement. Possibly send her to the stripper pole. If that's what you think broken up marriages do, then you're an insane person.
Answering that question because I feel like it's making a lot of.
That feels like an escalation.
This is
But
what
I
happens.
feel like that.
We don't
that
want to
just
She's
shows-
making assumptions, though. Like, you're just assuming that your daughter would immediately be at the stripper pole because you broke up with the dude who fucking cheated on you.
But
That shows
I
an
would
example
say-
onto the kids, like, oh, this is not that bad of a thing.
Yeah. And I think that like somebody cheating on you is more than just like a physical thing. Like that's a break of trust. And I feel like if you can't have that trust in someone, then I also don't want them to be like raising my kids with me.
Yeah.
So we're all saying that love is conditional is the end of
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, 100% with that.
Monogamy is overrated.
Oh.
3, 2,
100p. Listen, abso-fucking-lutely. It is so insane that so many people are monogamous. It is not even like we made monogamy up, We made that a thing and made it important. Monogamy is so fucking overrated. You can have as much fun as you want in life. Do the fuck what you want. Have some polyamorous relationships. That shit's fire. At least I've heard of. I've never been in one. But like, you do you. Monogamy is so a hundo p. Or so a hundo p is a hundo p overrated. Absolutely.
monogamy is overrated. Sorry.
Disagree. Well, this guy makes sense. He is a poly. I know I said end the video, but I'm falling asleep, gang. I'm dead. All right, brother. You get some sleep. I won't be streaming tomorrow.
Get over here, get your phone over here. You know you belong here. At least
I know. We're like,
Think about it.
We're like in a second.
Think about it.
We're taught from the Disney,
Have a
all
W
these fairy
rest
tales, it's
stream
like
and-
you're supposed to be with that one and only, So it's very frightening to break something traditional, but after like a few months with it, I just knew I'm like, this is the right choice. I've been in the most happiest of relationships. I just celebrated my 3 years with my primary partner, as well as my 2-year anniversary with my secondary partner. But it's like, I do think that monogamy is kind of overrated. I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. If that's what you want to do, go for it. But I do think that non-monogamy and poly relationships should be something that it's looked at as an option.
I think nowadays I know more open relationships than I do strictly closed relationships
Yeah.
with the people that I know. I would say I disagree that monogamy is overrated, but I do agree that for some people like yourself, poly relationships work better. So I don't look down upon them. I think whatever works for you works for you.
Yes.
But I can still say that for like someone like myself, or people that are similarly just very focused and have like strict kind of like, I just can't ever, oh my God, I could never imagine more than like one person.
It's a lot. It takes a lot.
Even her tights go crazy.
Never
Never mind.
So therefore, I don't think monogamy is overrated. I think it depends on the person. And
Tights? Why did I call them tights?
I think for me, it's definitely not over. It's the only option. For you, poly is like the right way. So it just depends. I'm completely non-judgmental. I think it just depends.
I just want to say, I don't mind monogamy, right? I just don't like a controlling relationship where it's completely like, no, you can't f nobody else, but at the same time, you want to f me once or twice a month. You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
So, you know, me and my ex was together for 5 years. I actually broke up with her in April, but for 2.5 years out that relationship, we was barely f***ing. We're like maybe once a month.
Yeah.
Then I moved her in the crib, and then when I moved her in the house, for the whole first year of her living in the house, she just didn't want to have sex.
That's right.
Now, we had an agreement that we had agreed on where we could do various things that we just didn't want to know about and stuff like that, right? And because you wasn't me and stuff like that, I was handling the agreement. Like, I was following the agreement. But because there were certain things that wasn't necessarily 100% out there, that created complications in the relationship to the point that it ended up to us breaking up.
I think it's definitely like, it has a place, like for certain people. Like obviously we have two people who are like very religious here, and it works well for them. And I just think like if I was in an open relationship, I would go crazy. Like even when I'm in like a normal relationship where it's like I don't expect them to cheat on me, I'm still like it's suspect. Yeah. So I just like I can't imagine a world where I would agree with that. And also before I had like loved someone or like dated anybody, I was like, oh no, I could totally be in an open relationship. And then I actually did, and I was like, oh.
Are you
Never
a very
mind.
sexual person? Just curious though.
Like kind of.
Kind of.
Sure.
She's like, yeah.
So if your partner was very sexual too, and he's like, baby, like I want to be with you, but you always just shut him down because you ain't in the mood.
I don't. That's like never happened.
Oh,
I don't
well,
think.
okay, but I'm just
like I
saying,
just
like-
feel like that's like not. That's like personally for me not an issue. But also, I don't know. I think that would definitely be a conversation if there was like an imbalance. But also, I think there's different things that make people compatible as partners, and that's definitely one of them.
What he's saying is the cry of
Bro, she's so Reddit nerd emoji. She's so she's so actually.
many men today is that they're not getting enough sex from their partner. And
That's why I don't like her. Okay, that's why. Because she's one of those. She's like a men's activist woman. She's like, you guys need to be together with your partners, and men should be able to cheat. I wonder if she thinks women should be able to cheat too. Then, but if she doesn't, then I know exactly why.
And not just sex. It's not like men are like, oh, I'm heartless.
That connection.
But listen, men need sex to create intimacy. Women need intimacy to have sex. And people get married and then
I don't think that's
It's like,
true.
Yep.
I don't.
don't
That's
give
just not true. Everyone loves fucking. Everyone does. It doesn't matter what gender or sex you are. Like, I think both males and females, love sex, and they're able to do it. Some people it's just an individual, whether they're able to do it without intimacy, whether they need to have like an intimate relationship with a person. I personally can't have sex with a person unless I know them, Like, that's just a me thing.
married then and stay like this boy dates and anniversaries every
Y'all two are my people. I swear to God. Y'all two are my people.
Next month is his 1-year anniversary with partner number 3. Like, just, you know what I mean? Just be out there doing your dates. And does that make sense?
By the end of the day, nobody should dictate your relationship because everyone's gonna try to push what they think works for, this is what's best for you. Like, I'm over it. I'm like, why? So I can be frustrated and pissed off and like, I've tried it. To me, it did not work.
I want to take perspective because, Christian, I'm going to take perspective.
He says that if he says he's Christian one more fucking time, I'm gonna. Why is that your only personality trait? Get a better personality.
A little away from my biblical views.
I hate his fucking. His shirt is so cringe. Oh my god, it pisses me off.
And no disrespect, but I do think polygamy is just laziness.
Polygamy is laziness. First of all, polygamy is for fucking weirdos. Okay, yeah. It's not laziness, I wouldn't say. It's actually much more energy wasting to be with multiple people. obviously.
Yes.
Not
I think
polygamy.
it's-
This is
or-
polyamory.
no,
Polygamy is
sorry.
when it's multiple wives, just one person.
I see that as laziness, that you don't want to commit to someone in the hard times, like you were talking about.
But in polyamory, you commit to all of them. That's the thing. You don't just commit to one, you commit to all of them. So when they're in their hard times, you're committed to their hard times just as well as if another partner is having hard times as well, you're committed to both of their hard times equally.
A little bit about, well, they're not getting fulfilled sexually, so why not find it somewhere else? Yeah. Why not just do the hard work to work on your relationship?
I agree with
Ooh, I was ready for this question.
And
Oh,
I mean, there's such a emotional, there's a psychological just importance in being with one person.
Yeah.
I mean,
Care bonding.
So then why do we have such a high divorce rate?
I agree with you on that.
why do we have such a high divorce rate?
Why are people still cheating? Why is open?
Because they're not, because our country, I think, is lazy. We don't want to have these hard conversations of maybe we should go to therapy, maybe we should try to get help because we love one another. It's like, nah.
But polyamory isn't just a sex thing. It's a relationship thing. You are dating those individuals. You may be even married to one or two of them at the same time. Like, this isn't just, oh, I'm with this person, whatever, right? You know, we just have sex. Like, that's the only, I'm seeking you out for sex. No, it is a actual relationship.
Or
I
even
can go
to
get
talk
this.
about it, period.
Yeah.
Just to talk about it, right?
So me and my ex, we actually did couples therapy because again, we was barely for like 2.5 years, bro. We went to couples therapy. Next thing you know, everything was great for like a month. And then one day she just blew up. She said, man, I still don't feel like you, this and that. Like, she went in, bro. You know what I mean? So at the same time, there was a point in my relationship where it really just came to the point like, baby, I love everything else about you. You know what I mean, right? This area sucks. Are you still attracted to me? She said, yes, I'm still attracted to you, right? Well, here's the thing. If you just don't want to have sex with me, right? Go somebody do this. I don't give a Let's have that conversation, right? Because I get everything else I want from you anyways. I was open to the idea. I want to be with my woman, but if you don't want to do this, I'm fine just
Yeah.
being on the same page.
I mean, I understand the importance of sex, but there's self-sacrifice in every relationship you need to make. If you're happy with her and everything she had, but you also have a value on sex, then maybe she's not the right person.
But the thing was, did I want to go look for greener grass, or did I just want to water my own grass? I just stuck it out for 5 years, bro.
That's another aspect of being like romantically compatible with someone, and sometimes there's like one thing that's not there and that sucks. But it's like especially if that other person, that's something that they prioritize. Like personally, if my partner was like, oh, like I love like everything about you, but like this is not compatible, and they wanted to go sleep with other people, like that would make me feel so bad about myself.
And that's why you do what works for you.
That's why you do what
I'm
works
just saying
for
like that's like a compatibility issue then, I think, because I'm not your ex-girlfriend, I don't know how she feels, but if I were in that scenario, I just like that just would make me so sad, even though it's it's not your fault that there's that imbalance.
The comments gonna talk so much shit.
Yeah, they
right.
They're gonna be like, he's a
the day
slut,
I
he's
broke up
awful.
with my girl, bro, she told me like I won't say everything. The day I broke with my girl, she said, man, she's like, I just be counting down the days. Like, we had sex in like 12 days. I gotta go have sex with y'all. Otherwise, I actually gonna get mad. You know what I mean, right? And I'm hearing all this and shit, right? You know what I mean? So she said a bunch, and I felt like I had to break up with her, right?
Yeah, no, that's
did not want to. I felt like I had to.
Yeah, that would definitely take a toll on you.
I think all this goes back to clear communication, because if I don't think that cheating means that polyamory would actually be the solution to that. I think that it goes back to your values and what works for you. And I think that I would maybe venture to say that more people might be poly than, are exploring that right now. And still, at the same time, monogamy, I think, works for a lot of people. So it's all what works for you.
I would date someone in this room.
Nah.
3, 2.
Why did they do that to them? Why would they do that to them? And you know I'm stepping right on the right for their... She wouldn't like me back. Bro, but I'd have to. I'd be the only one over there, and I'd be like, listen.
2, 1.
What? I don't know these people.
Surprised he was over here. I'm like, what are you doing?
I know, it's like, he's already said what are you doing
Like if the energy is cool,
You just have to have a pulse, and we'll go out with you.
That's not how that is.
Perfect example, right? Like Janelle, she got good energy, right? Now imagine Janelle might be the coolest person. Next thing you know, you start getting to know her, she might be crazy. You'd be like, then you come over here all of a sudden.
Generally, the few people I've been attracted to, they look like Tim Burton dolls or just like weird goth
Tim Burton
people. Yeah, just like weird goth.
Let me be. Bro, I just want to be her Jack Skellington. Just let it happen.
People, so like, it's just coincidence. It's very rare that I see.
God, I'm so down bad. Oh, Jeebus.
These people, it's not a personal thing.
Sir?
My girlfriend would kill me, and
Respect.
I like to think I'm pretty picky, so.
But am I not your type though?
You got me feeling some type of way now that you say it. I don't know.
So you're my good side?
oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, for me, beliefs are extremely important.
I don't want them to get together. I don't like this man. Fine. I already kind of guessed they would.
I mean, I ain't trying to get all flirty, but you are also very gorgeous.
They're so cute. But he's such a bad person. I want to feel bad, but he's but they're adorable.
Wedding invitation.
But no, beliefs are very important within relationships. I think I look into, obviously I have a desire to be a husband and one day be a father, and I think if you have difference in beliefs, it's very hard to raise coherently.
Absolutely.
I think that just is extremely important.
Hooray! Great video! Hooray!